What's up, YouTube family? Welcome to the You Wanna Be Real podcast. I'm your host, Queen Sassy Ash. I'll be filling in for Space City while he's on his retreat in the jungle. And here today we have Chi, you get what you see, Dana Don't Give a Damn, Intrinsic Al, and Mac the Magnificent. How y'all feeling today?
I'm ready.
I'm great. I'm great.
I can't complain.
All right. Well, viewers, if y'all rocking with us, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. All right, gang. So before we get started on these questions, I have a little icebreaker for us. It's called This or That Rapid Fire. So we can get started with Chi. I'm going to ask you guys questions. You do not have to explain the answer. Just give me this or that. All right. Texting or calling?
Texting.
Morning sex or night sex?
Morning.
Fancy dinner or takeout and chill?
Take out and chill.
Friends first or love at first sight?
Friends first.
Move in before marriage or after marriage?
I did before, so I say after.
Okay. Dana, jealous partner or overly chill partner?
Overly chill.
Okay. Big wedding or courthouse vibes?
Big wedding. What?
All right. PDA or keep it private?
Keep it private.
Apologize first or wait it out?
Whose fault is it?
Wait it out.
Let's wait it out.
Okay. Be ghosted or be friend zoned?
Um, Ghost me. I don't want to be your friend.
Okay. Mac Daddy, talk it out or sleep it off?
Sleep it off.
Instagram official or private relationship?
Private.
Date someone older or younger?
Older.
Good kisser or good listener?
Listener.
Vacation bay or staycation bay?
I don't even know what that means. I'm be honest. I'm a local ass nigga. I don't know.
So
Staycation.
we're gonna go with staycation bay.
Vacation.
That sound about right.
All right. Al, long distance or never mind?
Never mind.
Never mind. Separate finances or joint account?
Separate finances.
Okay. Emotional intelligence or physical chemistry?
Emotional intelligence.
That's a shocker. It was a shocker. Uh, loyal but boring or exciting but inconsistent?
In the middle.
Or that. It's this or you want loyal but or exciting but
Okay. Boring.
okay. Going to take the loyal boring. Be single forever or go back to your worst ex?
Forever.
Single forever. All right. I'm really not shocked by anybody's responses to that, but we'll get started on these questions. All right, since Mac let us know he was so well prepared for this, we'll get started with you. do you feel, do you feel that women have lowered their standards or that men have just stopped putting in the effort?
Uh, so between the two, has women lowered their standard of men stop putting in the effort? I don't think neither one of those accurately describe the state right now. I think men have raised their standard. I think it's always been a mindset like the man needs to find the woman, needs to convince her that he's the right guy, and if he keeps her happy, that he'll be happy and all that bull. I think men out here saying, "Yo, I know what I'm bringing to the table. Why should I choose you over the other women I could choose?" I think by men raising their standard, which I understand, I'm not against, but I think it also is kind of shaking up the market a little bit. It's like I do think women have lowered their standard to a degree. I just think society has worsened to a degree, though. I think modern society ain't. I mean, it's a give and take. When you go into the past, you got good, you got bad. But I think we lost some traditional values that I would like to see come back. I just think men ain't just. I'm just so lucky to have her as much as I'm trying to build something. Or you the one I'm gonna build it with, and I think that make it tricky.
Okay, so do you feel like men are putting in the effort for those women that meet their standards? Like, are they pursuing, courting, dating the same?
I mean, dating has changed today, though. Dating has changed. I think I'm gonna be honest. A lot of the traditional ways men date, from my experience, most women would say they don't want that. Like a lot of women say, "Don't buy me flowers. I don't want flowers." So why would a man just assume, "Let me buy her some flowers"? I mean, I think men are adjusted to the times. I think it's a, it's, hmm. I think men and women are adjusted to the times, but I think they're looking for somebody traditional. And I think that in itself is a contradiction. You're looking for somebody that don't exist no more in these new modern times. You're not the person that they will be looking for because of these modern times. So I think that just makes it a little tricky.
Okay. Let's go over here to Al. Same question: have women lowered their standards, or have men they stopped putting in the effort?
Um, it's weird, right? Like I think I agree with Mac. I think that, or at least on the lines, I think actually both sides have raised their standards in a way that's unrealistic sometimes for what people say that they want versus what they're actually willing to do to get that and what attracts the other person. Like for instance, I think I think there are women who do like to receive flowers, but I've also had conversations with ladies who be like, "Well, that's performative, right?" But then when you ask them what they want something else that's performative, just a different type of performance, right? And so it's like I think that dating as a whole is a difficult space because you always got to figure out what performance or who you're performing for. Actually, you know what I mean, what your crowd likes, right? Which is what dating really is. But a lot of guys are like, well, before I'm going to court you, let me see if you're worth the effort. And I think that in the opposite respect, a lot of women want to be shown the effort from the beginning, right? And so it's like before we can date, we're like kind of at the two different meeting places, honestly. So I don't really think anybody has lowered their standard because you know what I'm saying. Even back in the '70s, shorties used to go with the ain't shit nigga, and they still do. Um, you know, men still talk to chicken heads. Like, I don't think anybody has lowered their standards. I think that at the end of the day, everything's very much the same, except for we're less accepting of the things that our parents would have gotten married over. Like our parents would have accepted a lot of these things, and now we're like, well, I'd rather be single. So I think it's actually just people are raising their standards, and they're trying to find a way to see where our standards match up with your standards as men. So that's what I think.
Okay, Dana.
I think to piggyback off of what Al was saying, as of recently, women and men have raised their standards, but women have definitely lowered their standards. Men have put in low effort, and it's become easy to grasp. At the end of the day, if women raise the bar, if more women raise the bar, then men would have to raise their efforts. So, as of recently, I've seen the change. I will say that.
Okay, so you feel like both parties are raising the bar, or only the women?
I think both parties, because women are setting more of a standard and setting more of a boundary, and men have to raise their standard in order to even be in the game, to even be considered, a dating partner.
Okay. Chi?
I kind of agree with Alan, Matt. I feel like I don't feel like women lowered their standards. I feel like they brought their standards down to more reality. I feel like some women standards are unrealistic when it comes to the men that they want, and I feel like the men that they want, 9 times out of 10, the man might not want them. And as far as the men putting in effort, I mean, I feel like men do put in effort, but it's hard putting in effort for a woman that don't really want you. Like no matter how much effort you put in for a woman, if she don't want you, then the effort's not going to mean anything. So I feel like a lot of men stop putting in effort going after women because it's not no matter what you do is not good enough. Like I've heard and I've experienced no woman is more busy than a woman that don't want you. So like if the more effort you put in for a woman that don't want you, the worse it's gonna get. So I don't feel like that they stopped. I feel like they did stop trying, but I feel like it's the reason they did because it's not getting them anywhere in some cases.
Okay. So with that, do you feel like if a man is putting in effort into a woman that doesn't want him, do you feel like he rolls that into the next situation now with a girl that, does want him? Is he putting in less effort with her?
Um, some men might roll into it and not do it, and some men might do it regardless. So that's like a give and take answer to me.
Okay.
And you mentioned unrealistic expectations. Can you elaborate?
Like I feel like women want a certain type of man that's a certain height, makes a certain amount of money, looks a certain type of way, and realistically, you're not going to always find that person. Like you could have a person that makes X amount of money, do everything for you, but he's not 6 foot, so he's automatically disqualified right there. So like stuff situations like that, like that's unrealistic. Like people will get like women, some women, not all women. I want to clarify, not all women. Some women would give away or go or walk away from the perfect guy or ignore the perfect guy because of his height or ignore the perfect guy because he don't it's not that he's not making money to her standards. So I feel like if they come down to reality, then it'll be better.
Hmm.
Shout out to my short kings out there. We
Come
love
on.
you.
Absolutely.
All right. Let's moving
You
on
know
to our
what?
what man. What you got to
I
say?
ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna. Matter of fact, I am gonna say one thing though
Listen
He's
from the
5'7".
about rolling it into the next relationship. I
Mm.
never advise that. I never would advise that. But I also think men and women do that. I mean, you if it happens to you enough, you're gonna change your behavior in a way. If you're still dating and you come to this problem often dating, it's gonna start to stick with you. I think though, when it comes to men not putting in effort, I don't think that's about rolling it in. There's also the world where it's hard for me to put in this effort because effort depends on who you ask. What she view as effort, I could say you want me to do the extra. It's hard for me to do all of this stuff you asking for when I know, the last 10 dudes you dated, they didn't have to do it. At some point, I feel like you just trying to get the most out of me. And I mean, I don't know what it is, but it feel like, nah. You know what? Matter of fact, I know what it is. Because I know when a woman really like a man, she'll take some shit. So when a woman starts saying, "Oh, if you want my number, I need your cash app," she don't really like you. If a woman starts saying, "Oh, our first date gotta be this 5-star restaurant," she don't really like you. Because
I
if she
mean,
really likes you, she just happy to spend time with you. The same way with a man. If I really like her, I'm just happy to spend time with her.
And I like how you said that because honestly, I think basically it's saying that she understands and is willing to reciprocate energy. She doesn't have to receive things. She doesn't need to things. And I think that's the main point I think about it when I'm dating. It's like, what are you willing to reciprocate? Not given by yourself, not have done by yourself, but like, what can I give that you're going to reciprocate without it being a tit for tat thing? Because if we start itemizing things from the beginning of a relationship, it's not a relationship. It's more of a transactional Well, I
Exactly.
mean, it's a relationship, it's just a transactional one.
Excuse me.
Um, but I also like both of y'all said, like I think it's a tricky space because everybody is different, right? And I don't think that the intention is to roll like your reaction in from the last relationship. I think it's sometimes you learn things. Like I don't think you should be different. Like you shouldn't be like, yo, I'm a romantic person, but now because I've been traumatized, I'm not gonna be romantic anymore.
Right.
But maybe you would be considerate of, okay, maybe I introduced that level of romance too early in my pursuit, right? And I think that's something that, like, even myself, I feel like I've learned, like, I can't just come out here being like, yo, all this stuff here, because for some people, they don't understand that. And you got to know who you're dealing with. I think that's the thing about dating is we try to really generalize things a lot now, and it's not like people are vastly different. Everybody is their own personality. Like, what I mean? I feel like before, because of how traditional life was expected, everybody kind of fit into a specific type of category. But now you could be anything. Literally could be anything. You could be the CEO woman, you could still be the mother, you could still be the cook and cleaner, like you can be the guy who has no job, who's an artist, like who also is taking care of the kids long time, and there's people like there's spouses and soulmates for those people. You know what I mean? Everything in between you can find as well. So I think it's just you really got to know what you're looking for, and if that person who you're dating is looking for you. Honestly, that's how I look at it. Like,
I agree
Yeah,
100%.
I agree with you. Well, I've been through both them situations about the Cash App and the five-star restaurant. That's the crazy thing about it.
On
But
the same.
I also feel like, and this goes for men and women. A lot of men and women feel entitled to that type of treatment, and when you first meet them, and you don't even know their last name. So I feel like if they get over that, then dating could be easier.
I want to hear from the men. What makes you put in effort? Because the question is low effort. So, what would make you put in effort? I'm gonna
Ooh,
start with Al.
so it depends on what we consider effort. Like me, my most prized possession to me by far is my time. I don't know how much of that I have, and I can't get it back. So the minute you get my time, you're already getting somewhere at 70 to 80% effort, because I don't have a lot of it. I'm always on the move. I'm always doing something. So you know what I mean? Any amount of time that you give, and I'm literally giving hours of my time. So I'm a very big person on that. So that you get from the beginning. What starts to happen though is based on what you reciprocate is how much your time starts to lessen. Like you'll get less of my time, you'll get less attention, because if I don't feel like you in it, I don't have time to waste. That's how I look at it. So I start off with time and I start off with effort. But depending on what I get, depending on if I ramp it up or if I turn it down.
Hmm. Transactional. Okay, Mac.
It's not really transactional though.
Uh huh.
Okay,
I
okay.
mean, what I value about myself most is my money and my time. Time more because you don't get time back, but I damn sure value my money. But what make me put in effort, I put in effort if I find a value there. It's like it's kind of like what Al said. It gotta be reciprocal, but it's also gotta be like I need to be infatuated to the point where I'm like, this is rare. I haven't met a lot of women like her. Or we don't. I ain't have a vibe like this a lot. Whatever it is, I'm a big honeymoon phase nigga though. I ain't gonna lie. Like I'm love at first sight. We going hard. 60 days later, it's like yeah, we kind of died off. Like so, but yeah, with me. It's that initial energy, that initial vibe, that first conversation, that first link up, whatever it may be. That'll make me put in effort because of that.
Chi.
Oh,
Chi.
my fault. Oh, I mean, I agree with both. I mean, honestly, yeah, it's really time. Money not. I ain't gonna say money an issue, but like, I'm going to spend money on you if we're in a relationship. That's not a problem. But don't feel entitled that I need to do it. Like I'm going to do it out of the kindness of my heart. But if you feel entitled to do it, then that's a whole different story. But
Well,
yeah, time, because you like they say you can't get you say huh?
can I pause you real quick? Because I don't know if Al and she, uh, just to make sure I understand the question, Dana, is what makes you put in
Thank you.
effort? Because Al said time, and then everyone's agreeing, but I think Mac answered the question. What in a woman that you meet says, I want to put in effort for her? What makes her, worthy of your time?
Oh, okay, okay. My fault, my
All
fault.
right, all right, all right, all right.
I'll
Well,
let you finish, and I'll come
but
back to you.
that comes with getting to know the person. If I don't feel like it's anything, if I don't feel like value is going to be made out of, or a connection or a relationship is going to come out of it, then I'm not going to be putting in that much effort. Like that's just what it comes down to. If I don't feel like this is going anywhere, or if I don't feel like this could potentially go anywhere, if I feel like I'm wasting my time, then no, I'm not going to put no effort in there. But if we talk a stage, get to know each other, and gradually, I feel like okay, I can see myself with this person. She got some good morals. She this, she that, and we want the same things, and we align. Then I'll put in all the effort I need to put in. But I
Okay.
have to see something in return, not as much as what she could do for me, is more like, can we go somewhere, if that makes sense.
How long do it generally take you to figure that out?
Honestly, it depends. It depends on both parties. Like if I'm putting in effort and I don't feel like it's getting anywhere, and it start to feel like it ain't getting reciprocated, and I start to feel like it ain't going nowhere, it ain't gonna take long for me to realize there's something that's gonna go nowhere. Like
So
it's not, and it's
on it.
definitely not gonna take long for you to realize something that is gonna go anywhere, something that will go somewhere. It just depends on both parties.
What's not long? Month, 2 months, 3 months?
A week,
It, Nah,
hour?
ain't no week. Nah, ain't no. You
Shit,
know
I'll
what?
be
You know
knowing in
what?
10
I'm be
minutes.
honest with you. I'm be honest with you. I went on a date one time, and I knew within the first 15 minutes this wasn't going to go nowhere. So,
That's a bad joke. That's a bad
I'm not,
joke.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's the killer.
The first 15 minutes, I stayed. I was hungry, but I knew it wasn't gonna go nowhere, and I ain't talked to that person since.
Because I was hungry.
Stay because
But
I was
if
down.
it if both parties put in effort, I'd probably say it probably could take like maybe 2 to 3 months, probably less than that.
Hmm. Real quick, back to Al. What is the reasoning behind your effort?
So the reasoning behind my effort, I think, would be basic attraction. Like, I'm going to give effort because I'm attracted to this person. I think that what I was kind of getting on before I sidetracked myself was that my expression of my effort is my time. Um, so that's what I was kind of saying with that. So it's like I will give you all of my, not all of it because I have a job, but I will give you a significant amount of my time in an effort to get to know this person. And so at one point in time, as long as I'm getting energy and I feel like that's the thing, it's going to make me continue to give more effort, is what I would say. But generally, I'm attracted. That would make me interested. I'm interested, so that's what's going to make me give some side of effort.
Mhm. All right. Let's move on to our next question here.
No, no, let's
I'm
reverse
about to
that.
say there's two
Yeah,
other people
nah,
on
y'all
the
ain't
show.
gonna
What
do
do y'all
that.
think? What makes y'all
Now,
give
what
effort
gives
if y'all
what
if
gives
y'all give
effort for
effort?
y'all?
Yeah,
Women don't get too much effort.
and that
Women don't
maybe
get
that's
too
what
much
he's
effort.
talking about.
The only way they
Be
get
honest,
effort if
not
they
in the
receive it
dating
if
from
she
phase.
if they
if she
receive it from
really
us. That's
likes
the only way they
him,
put in effort if they receive
if
it
she
from us.
really likes him and she sees, some potential, that's what makes her put in effort. Unfortunately, he doesn't have to have results. A lot of women should go for the results already, but as long as he has potential and she likes him and he's aesthetically pleasing to the eyes, you know.
I'm gonna say for me personally, like if I rock with you, I'm gonna put in effort. I think the issue here is that it's not always reciprocated, but I'm always gonna put in effort, and that's just based off of me liking him.
Let me ask y'all this: what is effort to y'all? For y'all to put in effort, what is effort?
I'm gonna have to piggyback off of Al. My time is definitely effort. I work hard. I have a life. So if I'm giving you my time, if I'm letting you in my space, that's effort enough.
So transactional.
I guess you can say that. I guess you can touche.
Okay, okay.
I don't want to piggyback, but like quality time is literally my love language. So
Damn.
yeah, if I'm giving you quality time, that's my effort right there.
So,
I
question
ain't
for
gonna
you,
lie.
right? If quality time is your love language,
Hmm.
then why do you expect other things when courting?
It's
Um.
you
So
supposed to show me what you got. You are showcasing your commercial.
here's the
So
thing that
don't
I also
let me
want to say.
limit what you supposed to show just because I'm just giving you time.
I'm also going to love you in whatever your love language is as well. Like whatever your love language is, that's what I would do. You know, I can't. How you show me that you fuck with me is quality time. That's what I'm going to do initially until I learn you. And then when I learn you, I'm going to do whatever it is that you need. So everybody's
So,
happy.
so I guess more so. I was asking, not to say like that, but I was asking like, if quality time is what you're looking for, why is your list beyond quality time for courting purposes? Like when you're expecting something from this guy, like you want something. I don't remember if you said you wanted flowers. I don't want to get into all of that, but like you want
Mm-mm.
other things besides quality time. Are you not like? Is that not something you said before?
Well, no, the effort would be putting in quality time. So dates, that's quality time, right? Getting to
Okay.
know each other better, vibing in person. Like so that's all that I'm asking for,
Okay.
for
Okay.
me
I get
is
that.
that effort. I'm not asking for the cash app in the 5-star restaurant. Like, no.
That's
Okay.
a little outlandish.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be surprised.
We
So,
got
so
realistic
what are you
I'm
asking
goals.
not
for from the
surprised.
beginning,
I'm not.
Dana?
It's just a different type of pedigree. I'm not her.
What are you asking for besides quality time, Miss Dana?
I'm definitely looking for dates so you can show me, a good time. I want to get dressed. I want to sit across from a table from you and get to know you. I want to look you in your eyes and feel the aura. I want to know what's up with you. So I think that, quality time, dates, and just making sure you're not a mental patient. That's all important. That
So
lets me
picnics,
know.
right? Picnics work.
Um, a picnic, yes. A picnic, sure.
You said is a picnic weird?
No, I
She
said
No,
said,
does
"Do
it
it
work?
work?"
it works. Yeah, a
Oh,
picnic
yes.
works.
Oh my
Absolutely.
gosh, you speaking
On
my
a nice
language.
day.
Well, she said one picnic. That's why I was just
Yeah, like we not going outside to death and walk. We're not walking, the Parkway forever out. No, we're not doing that. We're
Okay.
not.
So
We're
you
not
need
doing that.
cheesecake.
I mean, I don't need dessert. I'm just saying, like, I want to sit across from you. We could do coffee. We could do appetizers. But at the end of the day, like, I want to go out and listen to some live music. I want to feel your aura. I want to see you. I want to look you in your eyes.
It sound like you a social butterfly. It's like you need to be around
I
people with your
can.
person.
I'm a social butterfly, but I'm definitely an introvert sometimes at heart. But we're talking about getting to know somebody, and the only way to do that is through quality time. And sometimes you got to spend money, and sometimes y'all are a little thrifty.
I love her language. She like to say things like tight.
So is it only one way, right? Like, so
Thrifty.
if sometimes we got to spend money. That means you don't got to spend anything.
No, I never said that, Al. You putting words in my mouth.
I'm asking you. I'm asking.
I
I'm just asking. I'm
definitely
just asking.
reciprocate after
Okay.
date 5 or 6. Yeah, absolutely.
So if a nigga said, "Yo, let's go
God,
Dutch," you cool with that? I'm trying to figure this out. You cool with that?
What you say? Go where?
Ask who
If
on
a
the
nigga
date.
say he trying to go Dutch, let's split this bill.
Not Dana's
What
not
what
Dutch.
date
I can
is
tell you
this?
that one.
Yeah, date number 3. Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
on the first date, no. You
So
better
date
be
number one a picnic. Date number three we can split.
I didn't say date number 1 a picnic. Maybe date
listen.
2.
Here's what I'm saying.
See,
At
you
least
you
one of
talking
these
about some low effort stuff right there. No,
What?
no,
Whoa,
yeah.
sir.
Yo,
whoa, whoa,
this
whoa.
still my
What?
time. How this low
Hold on.
effort?
Is
Why? How's
effort
that? Why I gotta be low
synonymous with
effort?
money? Is effort synonymous with
Yes,
money?
The
That's
first
it got to
Yeah,
date,
be.
the first
let's
date
get to the
should
truth.
not the first date should not be a picnic. I think that's a little low effort. Maybe the second date.
well,
It's
well,
a
How
little
you
too
how you
intimate.
gonna
It's a
hold
little
on,
too
all right.
Val?
intimate.
What if he
How you
put
gonna
effort
talk
into? What if he
into
packed the
that?
food?
Yeah.
What if he
Yeah, I
It's a
packed the
little
made
food?
all
too
these
intimate
fruits,
for
made
me.
put this
It's a
basket
little too
together, put that
intimate for
blanket
So
me.
hold on,
down.
hold on.
How
Let
you?
me give you an example. Let me give you an example. All right. So one of the first dates I had, right? I got a picnic basket, like a legit picnic basket. I bought 2 bottles of wine. I had custom made like hoagies. I picked a nice little spot down in Fairmount Park. Had the blanket. Had
Where you get
my
all this
little
from?
speaker on the side of the drone. We was next to the water. Like I spent a lot of like little small effort type joint. You trying to tell me it's cash daddy from the beginning? Like you ain't want no second date for you?
That's
Sound
really
like
nice. That's
sound like
I
really
good
don't
nice.
effort to me.
know.
That's
Be
really
honest,
nice.
that
No,
sound expensive.
I
Yeah,
really
that
like it.
sound like
That's
that sound like
that's
I
really
can't I
nice
effort.
can't
for a
say how much
first
it
date.
costs because
That's
it
really
diminishes
nice.
it, but
I
You
pictured
ain't
it
got to tell
different.
me, brother.
So
That's a lot of effort you put in for that date,
that's
brother.
very nice. I
I
can't
like
deny
that.
that. I pictured it a little different. So yes, that's very nice.
Yeah,
so
that's what
what did you think it was? Let me know
I
A
so I
thought
know
it
not
blanket
was
to.
sitting under a
a
tree.
little low effort. You know,
That's what she
I
thought it
thought it was a
was.
Or
little.
the sandwich from the deli.
Yeah, a blanket sitting
Sandwich
under
from
a
the
tree
deli.
with some
Got a towel for
homemade
the laundry
sandwiches.
room. That
Yeah,
shit gonna meet
Yeah,
me at the
that's
I
what
park.
pictured
she
it
thought.
different. So that's nice. I can't deny that.
Okay, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, Al, that's what I'm talking about.
Miguel said it's the simple things. Okay.
That's what
All
I'm
right.
saying. Like I can be creative. I just don't be always like having fun. Like sometimes that don't work like that. Life be like that.
I'll be honest. I had the money. I just don't want to spend it because I want to know is you here for me or for the money.
You a little tight. It's okay.
Nah, I'm just on guard because there's some women that's just a little thirsty for money. There's some women that
I
don't
like
even
women
want
who
you.
are
They want
About
thirsty
somebody
for
to
that.
take
money.
them to a five-star restaurant. I
They're
want to eat at a
opportunists.
five-star restaurant tonight, but I don't really want you. So I'm
Right.
not the nigga here to make your dream come true. I'm getting to know you, not give you one of your bucket list options. So
I don't
yeah,
think lobster and steak was her dream come true, but I get what you're
it
saying.
is
But
is the dream come
why
true
is
for
it?
some
Why
people.
do?
It is
Why
for
is
some
it?
people.
Why is it okay for a woman to determine how much money a guy should spend though on a
Hold on.
date when he's the
Wait.
one paying for it?
While we on this topic, right here, let's talk about it. We're on finances. So, should a man or a woman have their finances together before entering a relationship, or should couples build together? Let's talk about it. Chi, you was on something. You want to answer that question?
Um, yeah. I feel like the older I get, I feel like they both should have their finances together and then come together and then build more. But I mean, if by all means, if you want to come into a relationship and build together, then that's something that y'all will have to discuss. But for me personally, I feel like they should have their finances together. I'm not saying they both got to have these extravagant six figure incomes and all of that, but like if they both got nice incomes and they both combine together and then work towards something, I think that a relationship could last longer that way.
Okay, question though. What if it's your dream girl, but she doesn't have her finances in order? How do you feel about that?
And see, that's the difference between men and women. We don't really necessarily care about that. Like we would still
Shit.
take them. Well, I'm not saying like we won't, but like we're more likely we are more likely to date a woman or be with a woman that makes significantly less money than us. Like it's that's just something that we do. Not all men, but some men would. But that's just something that we do. Like a woman don't have to uh a woman necessarily don't have to make X amount of money as long as she got a job and a nice income. We're fine with that. Reverse it, a man got to have this much money or anything like that because if you don't, then that's not good enough. So yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with it as long as you're working towards something though.
Okay. Al, you look like you got something to say here.
I mean, I don't. I like I said, I understand what she is saying. And it's honestly kind of changed for me because I don't think that finances are just about the job you have and the money you make. Like, I think it's about good financial decisions. And I do, like, I am starting to think because I used to be one of those people. Yo, we gonna get together and we gonna build it. We gonna figure it out. But I realize I meet a lot of women who are actually like there already. Like, they have 401ks. They have their plan set. They have, you know what I'm saying, like health insurance. And I'm not saying a lot of men don't have that, but I realize as men, like even me, like I have a lot of my stuff together, but I ain't like there yet. And it's because I didn't have the information more than anything. Like if I would have had the knowledge, I would have already been there in a lot of cases. But I am learning, and I do think that it actually gives me better options and opportunities with dating when as I improve my finances in that way. So I do think now, like I think now it's I gotta come ready. But I think that's the age thing. Um, I think if you start in your relationship and you in your 20s, then it's kind of rough to have the expectation that either of you is set in your early to mid 20s. But like as you get later in your 20s, then I think it should be some work. Like I think from 25 to 30, yeah, one of you could be set and the other person can not be set, and we build together. But after 30, y'all got to come with y'all stuff together. Because if you don't got your finances as an adult at 30, you got bigger problems. You shouldn't be worried about the relationship until that's set because you got a future to worry about. If you got kids, you got to make sure they're taken care of. There's lots of things that need to happen for your finances before you need to be worried about a relationship after 30. That's how I look at it.
Okay, and so with you being a 50-50 kind of guy, if she had it like kind of together, but not all the way, are you turning her away because she doesn't have it all the way together?
See,
Or are
this
you
is my
working
thing.
with her to build?
I was like, I'm not all the way 50-50. I am very much reciprocation based. So it's like I can lead in some ways financially, but that's not my ultimate goal. So it's okay if you want to build with me and you want me to like we could work that out. But I don't like high expectations. Like don't come into the relationship broke like Felicia off Friday asking to be taken out to every high star Michelin restaurant because you don't have the type of pedigree that supports that. Now, if you come into this relationship and all you've ever had at your family is, shrimp and steak and lobster, and you want to go out with drivers and do things like that, you have to understand I'm not there. But I won't make you pay for me because I don't need you to support me. So that's where 50-50 comes in is I can meet you where you're at. But don't expect me to carry you to freedom. Like I'm not Harriet Tubman. So I'm just saying like it's kind of simple like that.
Matt, question is, should
I,
men
I
or
know the
women?
question.
Okay,
I,
making
I'm
sure
gonna be
we get.
honest. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I fit into this new era. I'm gonna be honest. Because I think nowadays, from what I hear, and a lot of this people I personally know I talk to that I see on the internet, I think, yeah, both parties should have their money together. But for me personally, see, love is something different for me. Love for me starts at the beginning, starts at the bottom. Love is built off of time. It's built off of we built this together. We went through this together. We locked in. So I can't put money on love. Like I think for me, my dream scenario has always been, I'm gonna find my woman. We're gonna have our family. We're gonna build our wealth together. What's mine is yours, what's yours is mine. Everything we do together. Even if I start a business and I go out and do all the work and she ain't got nothing to do with the business, her name is still on that LLC. You get what I'm saying? This is ours. We ain't never gonna fight about hope. I mean, God forbid we ever get a divorce or anything like that, but that should never be a fight. Now we built this together. I came to you some nights when it was hard to ask for advice. So for me, it's like I find value in building it with somebody. Like all my friends, I don't got a lot of friends. All my friends now, I got time in. We got memories in. I know their family, they know mine. My kids literally call them uncle or whatever. Like it ain't no, I don't know. So for me, nah, we gotta build this together to really cherish it. Or I'm gonna just look at you like another asset. And that's fucked up, but it's how I'm gonna look at it. If you come with the money, I think you came for the money. And
But
my views is gonna be locked in that.
So wait,
I would want to
but
build it
hold on.
with somebody.
I
But
understand
you
that. You said if you came with the money, you're looking for the money.
Like that's how I'm gonna view it. Not that I'm saying like if I got rich and then you pop up,
Oh, okay.
oh hey, how you doing? Yeah, oh yeah, you smell money. That's
but
all. That's how I'm gonna look at it.
you don't think that y'all both can have y'all finances together, then come together and build something bigger than that?
No, you can. You definitely can. I'm not going against it. I think nowadays it sounds like you got to, from the way money becomes such a big issue with people. I just personally feel like it's gonna mean more if we get it together. Now I'm not saying, oh, she got a job, so we ain't we met in the middle. No, I'm saying like whatever we build together. If she come in with 100,000, I come in with 100,000. That don't mean shit to me. When we build to a million, we built to a million. If she come in with nothing and I come in with something, like it's what we build together.
So
That's just like that mean more to me.
you think that love can only be experienced through through struggling together. That's what you kind of saying.
That's what it sounds
It
like, yeah.
it no. Love is experienced through time. I feel like a bond and character is developed through not even just struggle, but just adversity. When things, it's easy to be in love when everybody's doing everything right. It's hard to have that same love when this person just pissed you off. And I think the biggest problem in relationships today, why they end so much, is because at one point in time, people fought for the relationship. Nowadays, it look like people's looking for a reason to leave. Like that's just what I personally believe. I'm like, yo, you my dog. We've been best friends. Cool, everything good. You talked to the girl that I liked. Now we not friends no more. Like I'm if either that friendship wasn't real or you don't know how to deal with a real emotional conversation or real calling yourself out where it's like, yo, that's not your girl. You have feelings for somebody. Cool. He's dating her. If that's really your friend, you should be happy for him. This
So
don't mean now of a suddenly, no, we beefing now. That's not my dog no more. He plotted on like I feel like people glorify ops and shit. It's like everybody looking for a beef. Everybody looking for an enemy. Everybody looking to say I got a hater. And that carries into relationships. A lot of times men is looking to say they girl hating on them. Or the girl looking to say her man hating on her. Why can't we disagree, talk it out, and be back in love if we ever was in love? For me,
Mac, I'm
love
back
is
to you because
strong.
I got a question for you. I'm gonna come back to you, but I do want to hear from Dana on this question. But I'm coming right back. I got a question.
Okay, so I think it builds resentment if you're not equally yoked in the situation of finances, at least, you know, kind of close. Because, for example, okay, Mac, let me piggyback off of what you said. Let's say that you are a small business owner and you in love with her and she just got released from prison.
Okay, I'm following.
Okay, so you find value in building. Build what? She just got released.
Because that was my question. This is before you enter a relationship. You talk about love.
Yes, because what does love have to do with it?
Are
I
you
mean, but
going
that's what I'm.
to deal with someone that doesn't have this?
But see, and that's my point. For me personally, I find love in time, so the money wouldn't mean nothing. Like, yeah, I got a business. She just got out
So
of
you was
prison.
her pen
If
pal while
But
if
she
this
was
is
we,
locked up.
before.
well,
You
I'm
want
not gonna be
ain't
a pen
nobody
pal, first of
deal
all.
with this person.
Even in the hypothetical, that's a little stretch. But we can
I'm
still
just saying
build because
she
you said
doesn't
I'm a
have the
small business
finances
owner.
that you have. You are a small business owner. She
Cool.
don't have the finances you have. She could have came from rehab. It don't have to be jail. Whatever.
And not, but
She
even
doesn't have
in
the means.
whatever she come from, she can still help me build from a small business owner to a franchise owner.
I
You get what I'm
respect that.
saying?
I respect that.
So I'm not saying, oh, well, I already started my shit, so you're not a part of the success. We're still room for growth.
Okay, so you don't think it'll build any resentment at
Not
all?
not for me.
Okay.
Not for me. But I do agree with what you're saying. Today, I feel like it would for a lot of people. And that's why I think it's better to have your finances uh already figured out for other people. But for me, I'm gonna be honest. It's certain things people say in arguments that I think make shit worse. I don't think it'd be resentment. I think it'd be like you and your dude argue. He cool with him having this place, you got your place. You and him argue and you say, get out my house. I think that'll build resentment in him. Because I don't know if you ever been kicked out of somebody's house, but it'll sit with you. It'll sit
I
with you,
have,
especially when it's somebody you love. It'll
I
sit
have.
with you different. It'll eat at you different. And it's hard to go back to what it was when you know, damn, I love you. I would never do that to you. You would disrespect me in that way to like, I don't know. And maybe I just overplay it, or maybe it just mean more to me, but I don't give a fuck how much money I got.
So
The
so
moment
Dana,
you
right?
tell me to leave, I don't want to come back.
Yeah, you definitely right about that, Mac. That happened to me with my ex wife. I was paying bills and everything, and I to this day I will never move in with a woman. We gotta move in together, or she gotta move in with me, because I know I won't kick her out. But if we like, for me to live with a woman, we have to either move in together or she moving with me. I'm never moving in with a woman again.
And like you
So
said, I would never do that if it's my house. Now I will say this room is my room. This is my man cave. You don't run shit in here. I'll say some shit like that. I would never say get out my house because if I move you in, this is our house now.
And I have a question. Doesn't that go back to what we talked about earlier? Then for Chi, you said you would never do that. So aren't you taking out your last experiences on the new person then?
Yeah, in that sense, if that in that sense you can say that, yeah, then I am because I'm not about to put myself in that situation no more. Now, as far as like courting and all that, nah. But like living fight, like living situation, like bro, like for instance, like I don't care, like I left my mom crib, like you gonna kick me out? That nah, I'm not doing that no more. Like that in that situation right there, I will never do that again. I won't put myself in that situation of moving to another woman's house, even though I was paying all the bills, I was paying the rent, like I was doing all that, and still got into an argument and told me to leave because my name wasn't on the lease. So I'm not putting myself in that situation ever again. So we either gonna have to move in together and both our names on a lease or deed, or she can come live, or she can come move with me because I won't do that. But yeah, if that's taking it out, my last part situation out on that person, I'm 100% doing that.
But like I
Well,
said, I think that's one of those good takeaways. I think that's something every man should incorporate. Like my old head told me something I never heard before, but it struck me different. See, you ain't a real man until you turn your key for the first time. A man need to have his own place to stay. He don't need to be relying on no woman. And I said, well, you can move in with your girl, pay the bill. He's like, no, because your name not on the lease. At the end of the
Hmm.
day, you just contributing to her home. You need your own place.
so
And it hit me different. So I was like, I never thought of it like that. But
but
I
maybe
definitely think a
if
man
you're
need that.
paying the bills, if you're paying the bills, why can't your name just get on the lease?
I mean, why can't you get your own place with your own lease?
I mean, you could
Because
definitely do both. That's why. I
what
mean,
if she
I
say I
think it's
don't
a
want your
preference.
name on my lease?
50-50.
No, I'm saying, what if you paying the bills and you say y'all want my name on the lease? And
Then
she
What
your
am
say,
name
I
I don't want
paying
your
for?
name on my lease.
What am I
if
paying for?
you're paying the
That's what I'm
bills,
saying. Like, if I'm paying for ownership, then I own it. You know, nobody goes out and buys somebody else something and maintains it unless they want control over them. I don't want control over you. We built the house together, and if you already have your house, my investment is in you as the person. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you don't want my name on the house, I already take that as a red flag. But I also think of it this way. So I think of it a little differently than she does. Like the way I look at it, I'm only gonna get kicked out of a house one time. You kick me out of the house, then you might as well kick me out your life. You'll never see me again. And if I don't pay
I'm
the
with
bills there, yeah, I mean
I'm
that's
with
it. Like,
you, Al. Damn right. You
like,
only
Hey,
got
I
one
was I
time.
was a youth. I was a youth. I'll leave me alone.
I mean, but you're an adult now, so at this point in time, you would know better, obviously, and I
Oh hell
understand. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Shit. It's
Like,
either
but
it's look,
I'll
we
move in.
moved.
She can own it all. She can own every single bit. The minute you
Nah,
say goodbye, I'll be out by midnight.
I
Not
ain't putting
my not
myself
even
in that
drawers.
situation.
You ain't even gonna
I,
smell my freaking deodorant no more. It'll all be out the crib. Cause
we
guess
got
what? Blocked.
one.
you know
we
what?
gotta
Don't
Side
move.
even
note,
look at me at my mama crib. Like,
We gotta come
side note.
together.
I
like,
also advise every young man out there that's dating, don't pay on that first date. Find out if she really like you. Because if she double back for the second date and you ain't pay on that first date, I ain't saying she gotta pay, y'all can split it. But if she come back for that second date, she here for more than just a good time. She actually
So
like
Yeah,
Mac,
you.
let me
I'm
ask you
here
this,
to
Mac.
advise y'all
What are you telling your
to
daughter
not
though?
Uh,
listen to
Are
Matt.
you telling your daughter that like she need
I
to
was
be ready to go Dutch on the first date?
first thing
No,
first, I'm tell first thing first, two things I'm gonna guarantee I'll tell my daughter. Even though I'm trying to put this off to her 50s because I don't want her date. But two things I'm guaranteed to tell my daughter. One, never put yourself in a position where you're reliant either physically or financially on another person because now you're giving them power over them. That's number
mm-hmm.
one. And number two, don't be out here dating men for a good time or for a free dinner, none of that. You value your time. If you date him, it's because you seriously like him and you think you can build with him. Because women don't want to hear it. Red flag, edit it if you need to. But rule number one, you can have your hot girl summer, but a lot of men who you will be interested in, if they find out about that hot girl summer, they will no longer be interested. It
here's my
sounds
thing.
fun,
I'm
but
sorry. Let me
and I
let me
tell women all the time, Yo, if he a hoe, I don't know why the fuck you dating him thinking he gonna stop being a hoe. But that's y'all mistake. Y'all cool with that. But my boys, I mean, my niggas know. Nah, man, she be outside. I ain't cuffing that. You smart.
Okay, let me ask this. I'm sorry. I'm still stuck on what does it have to do if this the first date? I feel like the man should pay, right? It's the first date. But what does that have to do with what she wants out of this man? So if she wants him to pay for the first date, she's just looking for somebody that can pay her way. What if she's actually
I
all
put it
about
like this. I put it like this. It don't mean that she looking for somebody to pay her way. It don't mean that. Just like if I wear all black with black forces and a black hoodie at midnight and walking down the alleyway, it don't mean I'm robbing niggas. But if somebody looked at it and said, yo, I think that nigga robbing niggas, I see where you drew that conclusion. So the women who's only in it for the money, the only thing they talk from the beginning is the money. So when only thing you talk to a man is about what you spending and what you gonna buy me, you gotta understand. Logically, you gotta understand him getting to the conclusion. She might just be here for the money.
I get that.
pay for
I
the
get what
first
you're
date?
saying,
Men
but I
out
feel
there
Bottom
like
don't
line,
pay
Young
pay for the
boys,
first
young
date.
boys.
Where's
I
the
feel like
It's
I
chivalry?
coming
think
from a
I
man.
think
Don't listen to
whoever
this woman.
asked for the date,
Don't pay
whoever
for that
asked the
first date.
person on the date should pay. If you
and
the guy you
that's
asked
what
her for the
I asked
date, you
originally.
do that. If she asks you for a date, she pay. Like it
Yeah,
shouldn't be as
I still
all of
feel
that.
like if I ask you though, still pay. Like,
Hell
Don't
no.
listen, young
You
men.
you you
Don't
Don't
listen
be
to this
masculine and
woman.
you
ask for no
asked for
first
me.
date
You
as a
asked me
woman.
on a date.
That's
Like
masculine.
that's
if
not masculine. Don't let them lie to you, young woman.
Don't ask no man for no first date, ladies.
Pursue what you want out here. You're gonna get what you get.
Listen, I'm gonna be
all right,
honest.
listen,
I'm gonna be honest. Some men, some men, some men gonna look at you different if you ask them on a date. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Thank you, Mac.
I'm not one of them, but I know some men would. I know some men would.
But some of those same men also would beat their women. So I digress. Next conversation.
next
Not
question.
a
How do
womanizer.
you
But that's
deal?
not the divide between a woman beater. It's niggas who don't.
I'm
What's
not saying that
fuck?
that's the thing. I'm just saying that those same men also do that too. So a lot of people do a lot of
Okay,
stuff is my point.
we moving on to the next question, and I'm gonna
Don't pay
start.
on that first date.
I'm gonna
Go
start
ahead.
this with Chi because he sounded like he dealt with this from his examples.
no,
How do you
no.
deal with exes that are petty slash vengeful?
Oh, nah, I ain't dealing with him at all. Mm. Why are you singling me out
Okay,
like
Answer
that?
carefully. Answer
example,
carefully, brother.
didn't
Um,
somebody kick you out the house?
um, how do I deal with the petty? You said the question is how do I deal with the petty ex?
Yeah,
I'm
or like
I'm
if
not.
you with the ex and they are
You said
obviously
I could hear
they're
you jump
constantly trying to
my
be.
jump went out. You said what?
If you have an ex, obviously that's of the past, but they're currently being petty and vengeful. How you deal with that?
I'm not dealing with it at all. I can't deal with somebody that's even if it ain't my ex, but far as my ex, I can't deal with somebody that's purposely petty, that'll go out their way to try to do something spiteful to hurt you. I don't like that type of person. I can't deal with that type of person. That means you are intentionally going out of your way to try to cause harm or to hurt me in some kind of way. Nah, I'm good on that. I can't do that.
Okay,
But how do you deal with it though? If they doing
By
it, like how do you?
by not dealing with
you just
it.
want to ignore the next. They
By not
driving
dealing
past
with
the
it.
house, you
By
just
not
don't see
dealing with
them.
it. Nope. I act like you never exist.
I got a
Cousin.
hypothetical. All right, now matter of fact, never mind. Go ahead.
Give it a second. Let's get the question out.
Hold on, we'll come back to you with your hypothetical, Matt. Cousin, would you care to answer this question?
I'm blocking you off my phone. I'm blocking you off my social media. If you are, if you have the heart and the ego and the pride to do a drive by, then do you do that at your own risk? But yeah, I'm not dealing with it either like Chi, but I'm going to make sure that I put steps in play cuz I'm not doing that. And I think that's very sassy of a man to be
Ah,
vengeful and very petty
Boom, 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 boom,
as an
boom.
ex.
what?
I'm gonna be honest.
I think
That
it's
was funny.
petty as well.
Now, I
Mm.
will say that I have been a passenger for a friend who has, been petty and vengeful, but I was young and I just rode that ride. But I've never been that petty ex myself or vengeful.
Hmm.
She ride by my house, do something. I'm calling the law. I'll let y'all know that right now. Don't you come by and mess up my property.
Call the
I,
popo.
I'm
Call the
calling the law.
popo.
I'm too old for this. Don't you come by and mess up my
We
hard-earned
going.
stuff, my car, and come here and bang.
You
Nah,
know what? I'm
We
not there
going. By the
yet.
time you hit the porch, we going.
I'm
I'm
calling the
I'm
man.
not there yet. I'm not there yet to call the cops. Now what I will
I
do,
am.
I'll call my neighbor because I know my neighbor. She'll love to call the cops. She gonna look out for the cookout.
That's the same
But
thing.
me personally, nah,
That's
I ain't
basically the
called on
same
people.
thing. Nah, you gonna
I ain't
you
called
gonna
on
Actually,
people.
matter of fact, that's petty. You basically saying you gonna meet petty with petty because
petty
what
exactly.
you
I
got
ain't
to
got
get the
time for all
neighbor
that.
involved for? Just
I
call
ain't
the
got
police
time
and
for
deal
all
with
that.
your problems. Yeah,
Like
So
Dan,
Listen,
Al,
like
this
Dan
man's
and
said,
petty.
you come at your own
I'm
risk.
not
Just know they
I'm
on their
not
way.
at the point where I'll pick up the phone and dial the 911.
I
I'm
am.
not there yet.
I
I
am.
get that.
I
why?
mean, I, nah, spent a long time being against
He
certain things.
he still got that hood mentality. I live in the suburbs. Don't you come
I
in
ain't
my
got no
neighborhood
hood mentality.
messing up what I
I ain't
got
got no
going on
hood
over here.
mentality.
Not
Hell you
don't you
talking
come in
about?
our neighborhood.
Don't you? Shit. Y'all, they think I be playing when I be telling them on the phone. Don't listen. Don't come my neighborhood, this peaceful neighborhood with your ratchet stuff. No.
So,
I
wait,
left that area. I left Chester.
let,
But
Mm-mm.
let
when
me
you
ask a
when you're
question
licensed
to
to
everyone.
carry, though, you don't
I
have
am
to call the
too.
police
I'm
if you
licensed to carry
licensed
too,
to
but I don't
carry.
want. I ain't got to go through all that.
So
I'm gonna
go
let
ahead
that
and
man handle it.
trespass if you want to.
So let me ask a
Some people
question.
can't get that
Al,
license.
I'm going to assume for you, Al, that it's the same sentiments. You don't deal with that. Has anyone actually experienced that though?
Just blowing up my
Hell
phone
yeah.
unnecessarily and,
Bitches be
doing
crazy.
drive-bys, nothing too crazy.
So it depends on
Nah,
what you
bitches be crazy.
call petty. Like I think that it depends. Like I've had somebody pull up on me after I told them to get out of my house and leave and come right back. I don't know if I call that petty or not. Um,
Yeah, that's not petty. That's crazy though.
That was passion. That was a little passion.
and that's why I'm saying like I like as far as like if we done like I don't need you
That's
calling me from a
gaslighting.
thousand phones or some shit like that. Like I don't need you trying to see where I be at. Like if that's the case, then for sure I'm calling the police because I got to think about my safety.
Goddamn right.
What's she
Goddamn
going
right.
to do?
Huh?
What's she going to do to you? Are y'all men really afraid of women?
Listen, I'm
No,
listen.
see, I'm gonna tell you this right here. What I'm afraid of is what
I'm
happens if I
100%
have to
scared.
physically stop
See,
her.
and
Like
that's the
if I
problem.
have to physically stop her, then I'm afraid of getting arrested. I'm afraid of the
Mm-mm.
police coming and shooting me. Like not
Jonathan
not not
Majors
arresting, shooting
was
me.
running
I'm
down the
afraid of her
street.
talking about I got a brother and now 9 niggas at my crib because she came back here. You know what I'm saying? I'm afraid of
I
all of the
got
shit
two
that comes
brothers.
after that, and now
I
I
got
have
See,
to
two
sit
of
here
them.
and deal with it.
and that's the problem right there, Al. Yeah, when we handle it ourselves in situations like that, go overboard. Nah, I ain't got time for all that, man.
Exactly.
I don't got time for all that. Nah,
It's
I'm
a
calling
lose
the man.
lose.
I'm
It's a
calling the
lose
man.
lose. It ain't
And
no.
he
It really ain't no win for the man.
It's
and
not
you
a
deal
Legally,
with
lose.
he
it.
Why
gonna
did
Wait,
why
lose.
did
listen.
you why did you break her heart for her to go crazy?
See, and that's the problem.
Listen,
Cause
I'm
It's
about tired of
what
your
if
always,
what if she
it's
gaslighting.
broke my
always
heart
I'm
no.
about tired of
and
your
she broke my
gaslighting.
heart and I just
It's
decided
all
to walk
yeah.
One
I
away.
ain't trying
person
to hear
at a
that.
time. One
I
one
ain't trying to
person
hear
at
that.
a okay.
So I was saying, what if she broke my heart and then I decided to leave and now she want to come back because she salty?
You laid it on too thick.
Boy, you can't
Too
win for
thick.
losing, Al. You can't
I
win
mean,
for
you feel
losing.
me?
Boy, I
Listen,
tell you, you can't win
listen,
for
First
losing.
I wasn't doing enough. Now I'm doing too
Now
much.
you're doing too much.
listen. Matter of fact, I didn't even answer the question. Hold up. I
I'm
didn't even answer
sorry.
the question.
Oh, get to your
Hold up.
hypothetical.
No, no, no. Fuck that hypothetical. Listen, I go where I'm celebrated, never where I'm tolerated. I learned that from my big brother Kevin
Okay,
Gates. All right.
Mac, say
So
that.
listen,
That's right.
petty and vengeful ex. When I was younger, I was stupid enough to go back and forth because for some reason I feel like Me telling the truth is required when you telling a lie. At this age, I'm ignoring that shit. But pop-ups and shit like that, that's past petty. That's past vengeful. That's crazy. That's a problem. You should call the police. Me, myself, personally, I'm not there yet. I'm calling my neighbor. I'm not lying. My neighbor, listen, that nice old lady. Now, I'll crash out if they go there and start wilding on the neighbor. Now I'm crash out. I'm not do that. But I ain't calling the police. That's story for another day.
But you involved the
I'm just
neighbor in
trying
the
to
Nah,
first
separate.
see, this is the
place. You
Wait,
thing.
should have
Nah,
been
wait.
more
man.
involved, little Miss
That
Listen,
neighbor
Bougie,
to
in the
call the
Hold
first
on,
place.
cops
Let her teach.
5 times a
hold on.
week. I ain't involved on this shit. I
This
just thought,
this
damn, what took you so long this time?
this is the thing where I'm at with what I mean, and I'm dead serious about it. I swear on everything I live, I will call the cop. I am so much at peace with myself. I don't want nothing coming here interrupting my peace. So if I feel like you got the slightest intention to come over here and be vindictive, and interrupt my peace, I'm calling man on you. I don't care. I worked too hard and went to too much therapy for me to get where it's this peaceful state that I'm in now. And
This is
I'll
my
be
problem
damned
with
if I'm
calling
let
the
you come
cops.
over here and interrupt it.
This is my problem with calling the cops. I remember a couple years ago, I seen a story. I want to say it was in the South somewhere. I can't remember exactly where the man called the cops on the girl trying to break into his house and harass him. And when the cops came, he left in cuffs. Jonathan Majors was running down the streets from this motherfucking crazy bitch. He went to court. The cops don't always come and defend the man. So I'm not the nigga looking to call the cops. I'm the nigga looking, ain't nobody coming in this fucking door. This door stands shut till I hear silence out there. That's the cops too. Sir, can you open the door? No. You got the culprit. Take them to fucking go home, nigga. Get away from me. I'm not
That's what
opening
my
my door. Because
that's the
even if I'm
ring doorbell
defending
for.
myself, I can wind up in jail. I ain't got no win. Me defending myself, I could go to jail. Me calling the cops, I could go to jail. Me letting her in arguing, I could go to jail. Me punching her in her fucking face, I could go to jail. I'm going to jail.
I mean, why would you punch
That's what it
her in
sounds like.
the face?
Right.
I'm
Punching
gonna
Keep
her
be
it
in the
to
honest
the
with
face
you.
vent.
I'm gonna
was
be
Someone
honest with you.
talk.
was
Mac,
an
just
I'm
stop it
nah,
opportunity.
I'll
there.
be honest with you.
Don't
I'm
try
going
to
to
explain
jail.
it. Just keep it
I'm going
pushing.
to jail no matter what. Why would I open this door? Why would I open this door? I'm going to jail. At the end of the day, I'm going to jail. Nah, my door not fucking open.
Shit. What if she kicked
Now,
the
if
door
y'all want to
down?
take me to jail that bad, y'all, them cops had to kick that door down.
What if she kicked the door down? What if it's like Baby D and she kicked that door down? What's
Guess
up?
what? If she kicked that door down, now I feel threatened, and I'm still going to jail. Nah, fuck that. Listen. I'm gonna tell you right now. It ain't no. It's a lose lose. It ain't no win for a man in this.
I feel that.
All right. Well, listen, y'all let us know in the comments, how do y'all deal with petty, vengeful exes? This is the You Want to Be Real podcast. Like, comment, subscribe, and y'all have a great night.